The market bounces, then sells as expected. Can the bears follow through? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that the ES looked like it failed to make 5 waves down and likely was going to put in an ABC, with that B wave coming in the 5630 to 50 area, with 5630 being main resistance, and that's exactly what we saw as the market bounced up to 5630, then sold down off of that. Now, the question is, can the bears follow through? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the chart, I do want to talk about Elliott Wave and how it's used and how it's perceived, and then show you how it works as far as trading goes. Each day, I give you key levels based on Elliott Wave levels that tell you if those levels hold or break, which is a big advantage in understanding that. Yes, we give an up path and a down path, and that's because the market can do whatever it wants. There's literally infinite amount of paths the market can take. But with Elliott Wave, we know what levels have to break or hold in order to confirm paths and trade off of them. As you can see on the screen, in our last week of trading only, I trade 25 contracts per trade. I've been able to net $8,700 trading. You can see all the results on the screen, and this just isn't a one-week wonder where we got really lucky. If you look at our yearly results, we are positive for 5 out of the 6 months of the year. We're currently positive in July, but it has not closed yet, so it's not on the chart. But we are a winning trading group, and we understand how to trade these key levels and how to make money in the market. If you want to be part of this winning team and understand Elliott Wave Theory, stay tuned for later in the video. But for now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. As I talked about in yesterday's video, it's very likely we're going to make an ABC up toward that 5630 area. We came right into 5630, bounced off of it and down, and the bears started to sell down here through 5602, which was key support. They bounced back above it after the close, but they need to break 5602, then 5585 to really get the ball rolling to the downside. And then ultimately a break of 5562 tells us we're going to test this low right here. And I would expect them to break through that low on their way down to the 5475 area overall. And then we'll look for a bounce from there. So overall, we would be completing an A, B, C off the highs into that 5475 area if the bears can follow through to the downside. Now, the upside pattern is very ugly, so I would not expect the bulls to take this directly back to all-time highs unless they're going to have some sort of leading diagonal structure here off of the lows. But it is possible we still have a C wave up to go for a bigger B wave, in which case you would have this as ABC of A, a bigger B wave down that holds this low, and then back up towards the 5650, 5640 area, holds this resistance up here slightly higher, and then comes down in that C wave, still targeting about the 5475 area. I can't say that today. 5475 area for C. So it is possible, if they are unable to break down through 5562, that we do have a bigger ABC in play, where we'd come up to 5630 or 5650. Now, above 5650, and it does turn more immediately bullish, and we would look for them to extend potentially to new all-time highs, with an ultimate target up being the 5831 area, the 1618 up here, which is a common target for an ending diagonal for 5, which is what we'd look for overall. So the bulls would need to push it over 5678 to give us an idea that we're going to head directly higher. That would be kind of the confirmation level. The first warning is over 5650. Over on the NASDAQ. Okay, so on the NASDAQ, okay, we did come back down. So if you're looking at a bullish structure off of the wave 4, off of the lows in April, wave 4 low, and you're looking to the upside, they got to the 1236, which is a perfectly normal 3 of 3 level. Then you would expect them to hold the 764. However, they blew through that at 19965, and then they moved through the 618, which is the pivot. More often than not, when the pivot breaks, we start to see a diagonal structure, and that makes a lot of sense for the structure we have off the lows back here. This is an overlapping structure, so it would look like an A, B, C for 1, an A, B, C for 2, an A, B, C for 3, an A, B, C for 4, and then they would look for an A, B, C higher in 5 if it's going to be bullish. Now, if that's going to be the case, they're going to have to push it over the 20,200 level. And then over the 20,472 level would be a strong indication that they're going to try to take this higher in an ABC type move, with the 21,593, 21,871 being the target for wave 5. That's an ending diagonal target, the 1618 to 1764 up here. That would be what we'd look for if it's going to be a bullish count and continue to the upside, which is still very possible. If that's the case, I would expect them to push down towards the 19,100 area, which would get us into wave 1 territory and test this breakout area. That would be a standard diagonal structure where 4 gets into 1. It doesn't have to, but more often than not, wave 4 does get into wave 1 territory on a diagonal. And then we'd look for that ABC up. So the bullish count would be more than likely a diagonal type structure where we come down into this wave 1 area and then get bullish from there. Is it possible that all of 4 would be in here and they can go ABC from there? It is. And again, a move back over that 20,472 area would tell us that. To the downside, the bears have actually built a nice 5-wave structure down, and it is possible that the NASDAQ has topped. Now, there's a lot of work to be done before I'm going to tell you that the NASDAQ has topped. I'm simply telling you it is a possibility where the NASDAQ can make a low like this, and then the ES can rally and make a high, but the NQ doesn't make a high. So the NQ, it is possible they've topped and they can be building a 5-wave structure down. I would want to see them follow through into that 19,500 to 19,100 area to give us that next low for 5 down. And then it's really going to depend on the bounce. If the bounce takes us back over the 618 and starts to look bullish, then we would look for that ABC to take us higher in wave 5 towards that 21,593 to 871 area. If they're able to hold under the 618 and turn down, then we could look more bearish for the next move down that would break a pretty key support level down here in the 18,500 area. So overall, the bears, they want to continue pushing down. They need to break this low right here at 19,877. That will be key support for the NASDAQ. And then through that, they're going to want to push down through this low. And if they get through this low, we're looking at 19,500 to 19,100. It's a wide window. And the reason really is the 19,500 target's kind of in no man's land here. There's a little ledge of support, but the wave 1 target down here and a little bit of an extension in wave 5 would make sense down to this 19,117 area. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it'll take you right over to the webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it, become part of the trading team, make sure it's for you, interact with everybody, and do it all without ever spending a penny. You can cancel at any time, which means you literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material, our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, as well as our Advanced Elliott Wave course. These courses are helping traders understand the market and the key levels and how to trade them. In the advanced course, we go over the complex structures that you see in the market, the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, the double and triple threes, the flats, all the things that make the market really difficult to trade and understand. We go through them in bite-sized chunks. We have little videos for each one. They're about 10 minutes in length. They have tons of notes, the fib levels, everything you want to know. And it's really helping traders, as you can see on the screen. Now, if this is going to be too advanced to get started or you're just starting with Elliott Wave, we also have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. It can be very difficult when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up. That's because Elliott knew that the news cycles were garbage long ago. He knew that key levels mattered, and he knew what happened when the market held those key levels and when those key levels broke, which gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. This course is broken down in 25 videos where we go through your introduction, which is your expectations, your mindset and emotion, the KISS method, and why Elliott Wave works. The chart setup and tools, where we go through every tool you need to use along with Elliott Wave Theory, how we use it and why we use it. And then the Elliott Wave for Beginners area, where we go through each of the waves, how they're constructed, how to measure them, how to find these key levels, the theory of alternation, corrective depth theory, zigzags, pivots, everything you need to know so that you can understand this complex market in a way that makes sense. The really cool thing about both of these plans is we can get them both at a discount. If you want to get our bundle package, you get $37 off and get both courses. Or if you don't want to pay anything at all, you can simply become a member of one of my monthly rooms. In the first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts, go through tons of charts, answer all your questions, and make sure that you guys are comfortable with what we're doing, as well as go over our trades, as well as all of the training material you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. If you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, as well as advanced training, you need to check out PT's throne room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as futures trading, individual stocks, his income trading that continues to crush the market, and his reduced risk binary method that absolutely kills it. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he constructs the trade that's so unique, something you really have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, our key takeaways for today. A couple of possibilities on the ES. They really want to see him push down through 55.62 to tell us we're on our way down to break this low here, and potentially on our way down to this 54.75 area. If they're able to hold above 55.62 and break back over 56.30, then we would be looking to 56.40 to 50 and a potentially bigger ABC. If they push through 56.78, then the bulls are fully in control, and we would look to 58.31 next. Over on the NASDAQ would look good with one more low to give it a 5 down in the 19,500 to 100 area. From there, we'll have to see what kind of bounce and patterns we get. It is possible the NASDAQ has topped, but until they break major support, which would start with this 18,500 level, until they break at least that level, we can't really entertain that. But it is a possibility, as they have put in a potential ending diagonal slash pullback here. For the bulls, they want to hold this level and push back higher in an ABC up toward the 21,593 to 21,871 levels. Guys, that is your market update for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.